Okay. Pretty Polly. Pretty Polly, said Abigail to the parrot in the pet shop. The parrot said nothing. Perhaps he doesn't talk, said Abigail's mother. Oh yes he does, said the owner of the pet shop. He's a good talker, he is. You ask him the right question and he'll answer. Ask him his name. What's your name? Said Abigail. Peter, said the parrot. What's yours? Abigail. Ha 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 ha, said the parrot. What a stupid name. Don't worry, said the shopkeeper smiling. He says that to everyone. What else can he say? Asked Abigail. Oh, lots of things, said the shopkeeper. Can't you, Peter, eh? Silly old fool, said the parrot. Sorry, said the shopkeeper. He's in a bad mood today. What's the matter, Peter? Get out of bed on the wrong side, did you? Don't be cheeky, said the parrot. Silly old fool. And turning slowly round in his perch, so that his back was towards them, he made a loud and squelchy mess on the floor of his cage. I wish I had a parrot, said Abigail as they drove home. You've got lots of pets already, her mother said. Look what I've just had to buy in that shop. Dog biscuits, rabbit mixture, hamster food, ants, eggs, the goldfish. And then there are all of our other animals. Abigail's father was a farmer, and they kept cows and pigs and sheep and chickens. Yes, but none of them can talk, said Abigail. What are you doing? That parrot spoke as clearly as anything, just like a human. I wish we could buy him. Did you see the price tag on his cage? Her mother said. How much? Said her father that evening. They were all sitting round the big wooden table. Abigail, her parents, her younger sister Prudence, and her little brother Bob. £850. Stone the crows, her father said. Oh, she's off. Okay, she's off. Go on then. You can forget about that, Abby. I could buy a cow for that much. £850 for a bird? But it could talk, Dad. Yes, and why? Because somebody taught it to, that's why. An ordinary parrot out in the jungle can't talk. Somebody spent ages, months and months probably, saying the same things over and over again to that bird when it was young, till it learned them off by heart. You can only teach a young one. After all, said his wife, that's how children learn to speak, isn't it? Listening to what grown-ups say and copying it. That's how you and Prudence learn to talk, Abigail. And me, said Bob. And you, Bob, said his father. You don't know so many words yet because you're little, but you will, 1,000 times as many as any old parrot. I could save up my pocket money, said Abigail. That would take forever, her mother said. By the time you'd saved that much, you'd be grown up, and Prudence too. And me, said Bob. I could help you, Abby, said Prudence. I've got £3.75 saved up. I expect I've got £100, said Bob. No, he hasn't, silly boy, said Prudence. All he's got in his piggy bank is some pennies. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 7, 10, said Bob proudly. The children's father got up from the table. Forget about parrots, Abby, he said. If you want to teach a bird to talk, you'll have to make do with one of our hens. But Dad, said Prudence, hens can't talk. How do you know? Said her father. They certainly make a whole lot of different noises, can't they? They've just never been taught the Queen's English. Train one of them, Abby. I should. Now then, I'm going to feed the pigs. Who's coming? Me, said Prudence. And me, said Bob. But Mum, said Abigail as they washed up the tea things together, our hens are all old. Dad said you can only teach a young bird. Her mother laughed. Dad was only joking anyway, she said. Fancy training a hen to talk. But that reminds me, Abby, something happened today that you don't know about yet. We've had some new arrivals. That old speckled hen that's been sitting on a nest in the stable, she hatched out a brood of chicks this morning. There were 7 of them, Abigail found. 3 brown like their father, the big cockerel, 3 yellow, and 1 speckly like the mother hen. Already they were running about the floor of the stable. Behind her, she clucked and scratched among the straw. Abigail threw down a handful of corn for her and picked up the speckly chick. You're pretty, aren't you? She said. Peep, peep, cried the chick. But it did not struggle, and the look in its eye, Abigail thought, was one of intelligence. Well, she said, if you're a pullet, which I hope you are, and if I'm going to teach you to talk like a parrot, which I hope I am, then there's only one possible name for you, and that's Pretty Polly.